the microwave oven. It's one of the most common appliances in American households, yet very few people actually know what goes on inside. You press a button, wait a few seconds, and your leftovers are steaming hot. But how does this magic box really work? What forces are at play inside that metal chamber? And why does it sometimes heat food unevenly or make things explode? In this video, we're going to dive into the fascinating physics, the wartime origins, and the surprising science behind the microwave. Let's start with the basics. The core of every microwave is a component called a magnetron, a high-powered vacuum tube that generates microwaves at a frequency of about 2.45 gigahertz. That number isn't arbitrary. It's close to the natural resonant frequency of water molecules. When microwaves at this frequency hit food, they cause the water molecules inside it to start vibrating rapidly, billions of times per second. These vibrations generate friction and, in turn, heat. So instead of heating food from the outside in, like a conventional oven, microwaves heat it from the inside out, or more accurately, from the water outwards. This explains one of the most recognizable effects of microwave cooking. The plate stays cool while the food is hot. That's because the plate, unless it contains water or moisture, isn't affected much by microwave radiation. Only materials with polar molecules like water, fats, or sugars can absorb that energy and convert it into heat. That's why dry objects or plastic containers often come out of the microwave untouched, while the soup inside is scalding. But here's where it gets interesting. The microwave oven wasn't invented intentionally. It was a complete accident. In 1945, engineer Percy Spencer was working for the defense contractor Raytheon, testing radar systems for the US military. During one experiment, he noticed a chocolate bar in his pocket had melted. Curious, he placed popcorn kernels in front of the radar equipment, and they popped. Then he tried an egg, which promptly exploded. That's when he realized microwave energy was cooking food. By 1947, Raytheon released the first commercial microwave oven. It was called the Raider-Ainge, stood nearly 6 feet tall, weighed over 750 pounds, and cost around $5,000, more than a car at the time. It was used in restaurants and hospitals. It took until the 1960s for microwaves to shrink in size, drop in price, and find their way into the American kitchen. Still, early consumers were skeptical. Rumors spread that microwaved food caused cancer, destroyed nutrients, or made meals radioactive. None of these claims were ever proven. Microwave radiation is non-ionizing, which means it doesn't carry enough energy to alter DNA or cause cellular damage, unlike ultraviolet or X-rays. It's fundamentally safe when used correctly. That's where the mesh in the microwave door comes in. If you've ever looked closely, you'll see a small metallic grid. This isn't a design feature. It's a safety shield known as a Faraday cage. It reflects and contains the microwaves inside, preventing them from escaping and harming you. If the mesh is damaged or the door doesn't seal properly, the oven can become dangerous and should not be used. Now let's talk about uneven heating. If you've ever microwaved a frozen burrito and found the edges lava hot while the center is still frozen, you've experienced one of the microwave's biggest flaws. Microwaves don't penetrate deeply or uniformly. They typically reach only about 1 inch into dense foods. That's why most microwaves include a rotating turntable. As the plate spins, it helps distribute the energy more evenly. Without it, you'd have hot and cold spots. To improve on this, newer microwave models now feature inverter technology or mode stirrers. These systems either vary the power continuously or scatter the waves across different patterns to minimize uneven cooking. Some even use sensors to detect steam and adjust the power level accordingly. It's a small step toward making microwave cooking smarter and more reliable. Manufacturers have also developed convection microwave hybrids, which combine traditional heat with microwaves. That way, you can get the speed of a microwave with the crispy finish of an oven. It's the only way to get a pizza with a crunchy crust from a microwave, something early users could only dream of. Microwaves are now in over 90% of American households, and not just for reheating pizza. People use them to defrost meat, sterilize sponges, cook vegetables, and even make entire meals. In the food industry, they're used in packaging processes and ready-to-eat meal kits. Hospitals use them for heating medical fluids, and researchers use them in laboratories to dry samples or accelerate chemical reactions. Speaking of science, microwave energy is also used in cancer treatment through a process called hyperthermia. Specialized devices emit targeted microwave radiation to heat cancer cells to around 109 degrees Fahrenheit. Cancer cells are more sensitive to heat than healthy cells. so this method can damage or kill them without harming surrounding tissue. It's not a cure on its own, but when combined with chemotherapy or radiation, it can improve outcomes. In the industrial world, microwaves help break down plastic waste, dehydrate materials, and even convert biomass into fuel. Thanks to their ability to selectively heat materials, they're being explored as eco-friendly alternatives to incineration. The same physics that heats your coffee can help recycle trash or produce energy. Of course, microwave ovens are not without risks. Placing metal objects inside, like aluminum foil or forks, can cause sparks or even fires. That's because metal reflects microwaves, and under certain conditions, can create electrical arcs. In the worst-case scenario, this can damage the oven or ignite nearby materials. Manufacturers place warning labels for a reason. They're not just being cautious. Another hazard comes from superheating liquids. If you microwave water in a smooth container for too long, it can become hotter than its boiling point without actually boiling. When disturbed, say by adding a spoon or tea bag, it can violently erupt. This is rare, but well documented. Always use caution when heating pure water in a microwave. So what's really happening when you hit start? You're launching billions of invisible waves into your food. Those waves vibrate water molecules, generate heat, and cook your meal from the inside out, all in under a minute. You're using radar technology originally designed for warfare to reheat your lunch. And that in itself is a kind of everyday miracle. So next time you hear that familiar ding, remember, behind that sound is a complex dance of physics, history, engineering, and a man who accidentally melted a candy bar. The microwave isn't just a box, it's a story, a science lesson, and proof that even accidents can change the world. Subscribe us for more videos.